Hi, I moved from Wrocław to Warsaw 3 weeks ago, and these are my first impressions of the city. Moving from a very compact city like Wrocław to Warsaw, the first thing that you notice is the scale of the city. So Warsaw is the capital, and it is very huge. There's a lot of districts, and yeah, it is. It can take you a long time to move from point A to point B. You could spend up to an hour or more than an hour just moving from point A to point B, and it could take you a long time to move from one tram stop to the other. And the city is so huge. It is modern. There's a lot of big corporations, big building. This is the first thing that you notice. And if you try to move around from one district to the other, or if you are not careful, if you are living in a far place that is not very close to your place of work, you could spend most of your days in the traffic. Realistically, you could spend up to 2 hours just coming to and fro, moving from your house to your workplace and going from your workplace to your house. So that's the first thing that you notice. A lot of big buildings, corporations, structures. Some people even call Warsaw the New York of Europe. The second thing that you notice is that it is very fast paced. So the city is huge, and there's a lot of corporations. So there's a lot of people. Everybody is like rushing, moving to get from one point to the other, and people are just in a hurry. People are rushing to move to get things done. If you wake up in the morning, like there's a lot of people trying to cross the road, like people moving. The trams are crowded, the metro. So I think this is also like expected because it is the capital. But me coming from a place like Wrocław, where I've lived for like 3 years, where Wrocław is much more like slow paced compared to Warsaw. Wrocław is not small, but it is compact, just like the perfect size for a city. So you can easily like move around, and I know like virtually everywhere, and it is just normal pace. Like nobody is like rushing. People are moving normally, but when you come to Warsaw, like you notice like everybody is in a rush to move from one place to the other. The third thing that you notice in Warsaw is like there's a lot of thieves and scammers. So I've only been in Warsaw for 3 weeks, and my wallet was lifted from my laptop bag in the tram. So I've had like two very bad incidents, two very bad experiences since I moved to Warsaw. My wallet containing my residence permit card, my bank IDs, and other cards like SIS cards, it was stolen in the tram. No, this never happened to me in Wrocław. No, nobody stole anything. And moving to Warsaw, I let my guard down in the tram. When I got home, I discovered that one of my zippers was open, and my wallet was gone. So since that day, I've been so very conscious of how I carry my bag. And in Wrocław, I just go to the tram. I just feel relaxed. I'm not worried that someone is gonna steal my wallet or pickpockets or something like that. But yeah, the second incident is also like I was scammed 2,000 zloty by this rental agency company and their agent. So this guy, it's a long story, but I was moving from Wrocław to Warsaw, and I needed to find a place quickly in like 1 week. So this guy, this African guy from Zimbabwe, posted an ad of a place. So it's a long story, but I would try to keep it short. When I came to Warsaw and came to check into the house, the states of the apartments, of the rooms, were very disgusting. So I'd already paid the deposit. So I told him I don't want to take this place, that they should return my deposit. So this company and this guy from Zimbabwe, I actually trusted him because he's an African guy like me, so I felt I could trust him. But the advertising was false, and yeah, the state of the apartment and the room was very disgusting and deplorable. So it was an eyesore. I was almost stranded because I couldn't stay there. Thank God for a few friends in Warsaw that I was able to stay with them temporarily until I was able to find another place. So this is a story for another day, but yeah, so thieves and scammers, this is something that you will notice in Warsaw, and there's a high probability in Warsaw that you will get scammed in Warsaw compared to other cities in Poland. So you need to be on very high alert because you could fall victim of scammers and fraudsters. Also, there's a statistics that I had that every 7th person that you meet in Warsaw is a foreigner. So that is a very, very interesting statistics. So there's a lot of foreigners in Warsaw. So that is something to look out for. Another thing that you will notice about Warsaw is the public transportation system in Warsaw. It is very good. I think in Poland, Warsaw is the only city that has metro apart from buses and trams. So even though the city is so huge, thanks to the good public transportation network, you could easily move from point A to point B. Like the metros, they are like very effective, they are fast, the tram, buses, but nevertheless, it's still gonna take you a lot of time to move from point A to point B, just because the city is so huge. There's so many districts: Mokotów, Praga, Bielani, Wola, Alavola. So there's just Warsaw is like so huge. You could spend like 1 hour in public transportation. But the good thing is that the public transportation system it's so very good and very effective. My fifth and last point is how expensive the city is. I guess this is also expected since Warsaw is the capital. So Warsaw is very expensive. So the other day I was trying to print some documents at a printing house. I think I was charged probably 6 zloty for just 2 papers, 2 colored papers. Meanwhile in Wrocław it is gonna be half of that price, or probably 2 zloty, but I was charged 6 zloty. And then if you try to eat outside, like the restaurants, the shops, kebabs, everywhere, they are very expensive. Like rental here it is expensive. The landlords, they just try to take advantage of you. Prices are up. It's very expensive. Everyone is just trying to get the maximum amount of money that they can get from you. So that is one thing that you need to be prepared for. The best way for you to survive and save money if you are living in Warsaw is to be cooking, because if you try to eat outside most of the time, your money will finish. Yeah, so these are my first impressions living in Warsaw within 3 weeks. What is your experience like? Yeah, let me know in the comments, and Happy New Year. I'm back, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments, and see you in the next video. Cheers.